My name is Ariel Mendoza Scaife. I've actually known Wakota for years when they had an old building here because I'm just from the community. So I've always known about it back when I was in middle school, I think. So before I actually met Wakota, I grew up on the west side, so not too far from here, just a few minutes away from West St. Paul. And I was raised by a single teen mom. And so actually, like, a lot of the services here I wish she would have had access to, but she had like no idea that they even existed. But I think that would have been really helpful for her when she was raising me and my siblings. But that's where I grew up. I'm the oldest of 13. And I'm also a doula. And so I'm able to really connect other families to these types of services, which is really nice because a lot of folks have like no idea what's even out there. They just think of like government programs like maybe WIC or like ABT, things like that. Knowing about Wakota has been really helpful because there's things that like we need, but we're just not told about when you're pregnant or having a baby or anything like that. I started using Wakota services actually, I believe it was 2019 after I had my oldest daughter. I came into some issues with her dad and I was not able to pay my rent after he moved out, and so I was really looking for some services. I didn't qualify for a lot of things. It was pre-2020, so there wasn't a lot available, and I found Wakota. They were actually across the street here at the time before they got the new building, and they were able to help me with emergency assistance to pay for a new place to live. And so that's kind of how I got involved first. Was they were the only resource that I could actually access to get funding for emergency assistance, and then through that, like, Kenyatta was able to give me lots of other resources that I didn't even know about. And then now with my youngest here, I actually come to Wakota a lot. I come here for the moms group, which is really, really helpful. I'm able to get diapers here. I'm able to access different like baby items, pretty much anything that I could need as a parent. If they don't offer it, they've been able to connect me to other resources, which is really nice. I mean, I think to lawmakers, one of the biggest things is like taking funding away affects like everyday people. It's not just about like the politics, but it's about those of us who actually come here, regardless of what some of the political beliefs might be or the differences. And so I think like it really negatively impacts those who need these services, and otherwise, like, these services, if you're taking away the funding, you're not filling it, right? So it's like there's just going to be that gap. And so I think that's really important for lawmakers to know as they're making these decisions. And looking at it from like a more of a community standpoint rather than just whatever their personal beliefs are or that kind of thing. And then in terms of the donors, I just think, you know, like I said, there's a gap if these services aren't available. And so if we're not able to access them, then like what's the alternative? So I think Wakota's really created like a village for a lot of us where we're missing that. And so that's why I appreciate them.